Turtle Cape, the Coliseum, Quest Cape, maxing. All mighty achievement, but never really seemed to interest me. Every 99 I've ever gotten has only left me with a fleeting sense of accomplishment. Every quest, level, piece of gear, all mere stepping stone. But for what? What is the point of any of this? Money. So, here's the game. I'm going for max PLAT tokens, and I'm going to do this by making 10,000 accounts, and then operating them by hand to trade and try to get maximum platinum token. That is 2.147 trillion GP. To put this further into perspective, that is enough to buy 160,259 bonds and have membership paid for 8,012 years. Or, a darker path. A player could sell this on the black market right now for roughly $392,000. But that's not what I'm going to do. If I hit this target, I'm going to stare that temptation in the face and throw the ring into Mordor by giving all that money back to the community in some sort of drop party or a giveaway. No botting, no breaking TOS, all legit. So, let's get after it. This is the road to max PLAT. What's going on, RuneScape players? Your boy John McGarrett's back with another episode of Road to Max PLAT. This will be the Dead Man Mode edition. This will be also a very important piece of content because when you buy a membership, you have access to Old School RuneScape, RuneScape 3, and Dead Man Mode with a membership. So that is 24 slots that we need to try to figure out how to utilize as effectively as possible. So when I get to that point with my free-to-play accounts that where I'm hitting the 10 to 50 bill range, and I want to invest maybe in a few accounts for some yearly flips or something like that, I'll be able to most effectively make educated decisions based on data that we're acquiring here, and you guys get to all see how it all kind of breaks down and how what my thoughts are and stuff like on different items and just like constantly trying out new things and stuff like that. So really important piece of content, I believe, to figure this type of stuff out, because if you're not utilizing these slots, you are leaving money on the table. You were just, if it's leaving money on the table for your normal slots in Old School RuneScape, you have 6 slots filled up, you still have 2 slots, you're just leaving money on the table. If you have any GP in your bank that's not actively being used, it is actively losing value through inflation and through not getting you money through the slots, because it's passively generating income for you. So before we hop into the episode, though, I just want to give a big shout out to all my members. Onda, Chugs, 07.gg, Mimi the Cat, Mike Strange, Smoogloomin, ZX, Hugh, Corsica, Pathos4, Lucian, Stolas, Nexine, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Chill. Thank you guys very much for supporting the channel. Please consider becoming a member. Also, check out the link down below if you want to learn how to make a lot of money on RuneScape. The entire system I've designed from years of trial and error, figuring stuff out, running into major roadblocks, all in free to play. Now I play 5 hours a week of the actual main game, and I make 400 mil a week. We'll just say 2 to 400 mil a week, just to give that buffer. But still, 40 mil an hour. Or wait, I said 5. So 40 mil an hour is still pretty dang good for a free to play method. So if you're interested in that, check out the link down below. It's on pre-sale right now. Let's hop into it. All right, so it's been a week. Let's see what happens on Droden here. Sold off the prayer potions. We got 150 of them sold. That's what was getting rid of or buying the emblems. So that's nice. A little bit of money there. Conversion, get a little bit more money to invest in. The sharks, we only bought 818 at 127. So let's just like price check that real quick to see if that's worth even paying attention to. 260. So the margin right there, 127, take away 260. 133. We'll take that times how many units? Oh, yeah, that is the total units. So 818. So that'd be 108,000 divided by 7. It's only 15K. Taking that times the average swap rate right now, so it's still only 17.8K a day. So it's not very, very strong, but it's not nothing. So let's just check. Let's just price check the shark. So I gotta sell it back for an insta sell. Let's just see what's going on here. We also have to check the population of the world. I forgot to do that when I was coming in. So 173, the margins rose quite a bit on us. So I think we just DCA into it. That just might be what we do. We got that extra money from the prayer potions. I think I can just go get all of those. I'm just gonna use all my potions, or all of my what's the word? all of my points from the emblem real quick here. We're going to go up there. We're going to grab all prayer potions because I'm pretty sure that is probably going to be our best points to spend on. Okay. We got a few more. 103 more we can just slap back in there for that last price point that we got them for. And just convert those out. Emblems come into the game by killing monsters in the wild, not the wild, well, any PvP zone with over a certain combat level. They have a chance to drop a tier 5 emblem, though I'm not 100% sure right now if they adjusted that or anything like that. So we were able to get 2,000 prayer pots, which could then just use up that slot. We can get a whole nother slot going right here. The sharks did sell. We bought them at 260, so I can put them back in for 260 and try to get a little bit of money there so we can try doing some other item. We got all the prayer pots. If we put them back in for 1990 again, we'll be able to profit quite a pretty penny there. So that would be 970 times 2K. 970 times 2K. Be 2 mil flip for the week. Take that times the swap rate. So it'd be 2.231 divided by 7. So again, 318,000 for that slot per day. Well, so far, maybe 150 to 318,000. So that's not nothing. So for you guys, it's the first stage of scaling for old school RuneScape. You could now, with one account, without having to buy a new one, you can just hop over to the Dead Man mode worlds, find yourself a swapper, and then flip over there a little bit, or just play it for a little bit, get some money, and then you got 16 slots available to you. Very easy way for you to scale into the rest of the game. So the last buy sells we got for these brews, looks like we have 8,799. So we're just gonna do that. 8,799. I think that'll be a profitable price point for the brewer. The super combat potion, we're just gonna use that same strategy across the whole board here. Nice seeing that we got those super combat potions as well. 3,950. Very popular PK item, I imagine. So we'll just slap them back in, giving us quite a big profit margin, it looks like right there. 4,564. So 1.4 mil, roughly, 1.38 or something like that. Pretty decent. Ranging potions, didn't know if this one would really move. Yeah, honestly, for Deadman mode to see what's going to buy and sell, I pretty much need to go research some Otoblock videos or some PKer videos, or just look up what Deadman mode players are having in their inventories, and then that'll give me a good data set to then try to point my flippers that way. So like for instance here, the Karambloms, I think everybody, I don't know how to spell Karamblom. Karama. Did I buy raw or cooked? Cooked here, yep. I just thought that these would be a lot more, there'd be a lot more of them because of the red things, the little buttons. Okay, so nobody's buying them for 190. 154, so it just rose on me a little bit. Yeah, they're just getting sniped. So we'll just readjust, not a big deal. Though it is going to be a little bit more annoying and difficult to passive trade this game. Like if you have to come in here every week to reset trades or whatever, that may not be really worth it. But I just wanted to look at the population. We're 217, so it is starting to trickle off. So this market might just calm down. We stabilize right back at 100 players again. People get sick of it or whatever. If they don't release a lot of updates and stuff, we may just need to reprioritize different types of thinking. Maybe forever items like Pure Essence, Blacks, Alleys, stuff like that. Just go down the list of the high volume on RuneScape and then just apply that same logic to the Deadman mode too, because there would be some fluctuation because this is a PK heavily reliant game mode, but you never know. 42.49 is what we're going to go for here. Actually, I'm going to YOLO 5K, see if we can just pitch him at 5K, because the GE checker is sort of off, but it sort of isn't at the same time. I'm just going to pull these ranging pots out. I'm just going to recheck them. 2K, that'd be crazy. 1,000, so cool 500 GP profit there, but let's just see what the bottom is. Yes, please. 515, so yeah, we got snipers coming in and out. The active players, going to have to deal with that all the time, but it is what it is. We still were able to get some sales. So that's that first account done. Let's check out the second. We were able to sell off all of our Diamond Bolts E finally. 1.7 mil back. We have 25 mil still not being played. Wow, that's an awesome margin. We were able to sell off all the magic logs. Now we have 2 more slots open. These rune crossbows are just no longer sellable. Let's just check. $18K. Huh. So we got burned. There's not moving. What's the high elk on these? 9,000. So they're still inflated, heavily inflated over their elk price, but we'll just get rid of them. That's fine with me. Take a little L here. Research process, research purposes, water rune. Just want to check some volume here. We're just going to follow that train of thought. 8 coins on the top. Checking out 1. Anybody buying? 1 GP. Do I snipe? I don't think so. So we're going to go, not that many. Let's put it in 250K at 1. Why not? Because we are getting 3,000 fires, so that obviously moved up. Just coming into this market and stabilizing it at 4 and then selling it at 5 may just be a play. Just to increase, like, if I'm making, whatever, on a fire runer, we'll just say 30K just for shits. So I bond up an account. I make 30K here, and then you take that times 2. Now it's 60K. That's 60K a day. You know what I mean? And 4-5 would be possible. I don't see whatever. I mean, like, we would obviously have a ceiling of buys and sells because we have only so many players, but you'd still be able to do it. Like 10 accounts, that's still money. That's still a market. You know, that's still a market, and that's still scalable. So, like, getting like the most out of my first bonded account makes perfect sense. We were able to sell off for 9. I think we got all these for 2. We got 7 GP each. That is a milli. A big old milli. So that's an awesome trade. Fire runes are my favorites. So nobody's... Wow. 13 GP. So there's a gap in this market. 15 coins. 7. Wow. So we can insta-sell them for 7 coins. That's insane. Let's just do that. Get that money back. Ooh. So now we bought out the bottom again. Or we bought out that guy buying for 7. So then 6. Nobody's buying. 5. Nobody's buying. 4. Nothing. So 4 just might be the move. 3. So nobody's buying fire runes, which means I'm the only buyer. Wow, amazing. There's probably gonna be somebody in there for 1. I don't want to do that. So fire runes. 2 did not buy very well. Let's try 3. We'll do another like 500K. Did not sell any Mystic Robe Tops. Just want to get out of this item. That was a bad buy. Wow, nobody's just buying them. Okay, because they probably go to the store in Unile. Super annoying. We'll just hold the item and then just try to do something else. So we're selling no Pure Essence here. Pure Essence stop selling. $6 each. $6 each. So what? Is it still going to be 12? 6 and 12? That's still an amazing margin. Okay. I was silly to sell those all off for that price, but let's just go 500K. Runes, nature runes, chaos runes. Do people even bother coming here to buy and sell them? Guess so. 89. cheaper. Oops, sorry. 65. We'll take that. 500K. Oops. Silly me. 50K. We'll check out natures. I want 50,000, so it's at 200 here. $142. Wow. Okay. That's a 50 GP margin. I feel like deaths would probably be better. And then like blood runes or wrath runes. I feel like wrath runes would be a really nice one to try out as well. Deaths are 150. Yes. 113, still a really good margin. Blood rune. This is... Wouldn't this be like a huge one? Like Ancient Ice Axe and stuff too. Like Ancients and all those blood rune spells. 70. Okay, so then we got Soul Rune. $140. It's really cheap. 139. Okay, so that's a dead item. Wrath Rune. I forgot what they're called, my bad. 194. Is that cheap? Nobody's buying. Potential gap in the market here. 56. Wow. We're sniping. And blood runes seem to be our best second compadre here for ROI. So 75 times 50K versus 88 times 40K. I think this is better profit. Whoopsies. Sorry about that. Here we go. Y'all shoot it off. 14K at 2. Awesome. Done for. Done for. Very exciting. 100 rune kite shields at 30K. What did I sell? 34K? Oh, this is going to be a wild ride. Wild ride. This is my high risk plays. The ones I don't really know, which is like high ticket items, higher ticket items. So, oh my god. Nobody's selling them? $39,382. I feel dirty. Sniping like that. Just bought 10 dragon boots. Don't have enough money to price check. We got the 3 whips. So I'll put them in for 1779. Well, just whatever. 1779. That'll be a sweet flip if I get that off. Dragon scimitars, 128, 800. Arms robe top. We got all the sacks. 600 for the sacks. Dragon boots, what were they? Dragon boots, we got them for 4 that, whatever, sorry. Oh, we already sold 300 sacks. Amazing. 505. 505. Only got 54 black D-hide chaps for 15 because I was the only one buying, but there's probably not a huge volume there as well. Arms, robe top, 700K margin here, bro. Let's do it. See if they sell at that price, and if they do, then I'll just reinvest everything back into that slot. Accumulation charms. Oof. Oh, no. Then we're just going right back for this, and we'll raise it to like 200. We'll just do that. Cancel the black T-head chaps. That didn't move very good. So we got 3 mil again. Looks like the sacks might be the mover there. I think that's it. That's all the dead man modes. Oops. But yeah, I don't know. This one, I feel like after maybe 20, 30 episodes, we'll have a very good feel on the market. And then we'll be able to definitely at least know if this is worth pushing for. Definitely, I think it's worth your time if you are just playing RuneScape as a solo player. If you got multiple accounts, utilize the slots, leaving money on the table if you're not doing it. But this is still too early to tell if this is worth scaling from the free-to-play perspective with bonds and stuff. So, that being said, thank you very much. Check out the link below if you want to scale up, make some more RuneScape money, never pay for membership ever again. Peace out.